What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another roster update prediction video on MLB The Show 19. Today is going to be a little bit different than the last video because you guys just get so worked up if I don't talk about players. So what we're going to do is we're going to have an honorable mentions list right before I talk about the actual predictions. So for example, Mr. Mike Minor, a lot of you Rangers fans out there are probably going to say, why did you talk about Mike Minor? So I will say that he probably will get an upgrade to his hits per 9 and his K per 9, but I don't think that means he's going to go from a silver to a gold. I think he'll get upgraded, but it's not going to be enough. And it's the same thing for Marcell Ozuna. Yes, he is raking right now, but he's currently an 82, so the only thing that I will say is he might get pretty close because his plus 14 on the inside edge gets him to an 85, which is a diamond. That's on the right-handed side. If you take a look at his stats in person, he has 8 home runs and 23 RBIs against right-handed pitchers, which kind of makes sense. So Marcell Ozuna is kind of on the fence. I'm not sure if it's going to happen this week. Eduardo Escobar is absolutely raking against left-handed pitchers right now. So if we take a look, he has plus 8 against lefties, and he's only up 1. But if you take a look at his stats in real life, he has 3 home runs and 10 RBIs with a 375 batting average against those same left-handed pitchers. So it makes sense he gets the increase, but even then, even though his stats against lefties are really good, it only gets him to a 77. So I think he will keep the inside edge. I think this will be his actual upgrade, but again, it's not going to get him close to that gold just yet. Maybe by the end of the year, but this week, no. Hunter Dozier is having a really good 2019. I don't think he's going to be upgraded all the way to a silver, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to get an upgrade, just like the last few guys that we've talked about. His in real life stats, he has 6 home runs, 15 RBIs, and a 385 batting average against right-handed pitchers, so you might see him creep up to the 72 to 73, but again, this week, I don't think it's going to happen for a lot of the next couple guys that we're going to talk about, but eventually, we'll start talking about the Trevor Bauers of the world, the Trevor Stories, and the Cody Bellingers, because it's going to be fun this week, I can promise you guys. And also, while we're talking about Hunter Dozier, I know a lot of you guys would have already said him in the comment section down below, but if I miss any player, if you think of anything, and you don't hear his name in this video, let me know in the comment section down below, because these videos are kind of hard to judge. I'm trying to give you guys the best information, so if I forget someone, don't be mean, just let me know. All of you Minnesota fans are about to be real happy because you have a stud on your team. I did not realize that a couple years ago, Eddie Rosario had 15 triples, so this guy can do it all. In real life, against righties, he has 8 home runs and 19 RBIs, so I think that he will get a boost those stats against righties, but because he's at an 81, I don't think that he's going to go to diamond. I don't think he will be a diamond player yet, but I mean, his stats against righties, those have to get a boost. Reynaldo Lopez is absolutely carving it up right now. In his last couple starts, he has been dominant. I don't know if he's going to get the +3, but the one thing I will say is he has 39 strikeouts in just 31 innings. So do you see way down there where it says K per 9 at a 56? This dude had 14 strikeouts in his last start, so I think he's a little bit nastier than what this game is giving him. So he might be the first player to go from bronze to silver, but again, he's young, so I think it's going to take a few more roster updates. But Reynaldo Lopez, he's probably going to get that K per 9 upgrade, maybe giving him to a 73, 74, not a silver just yet. Ozzy Albies just signed his brand new contract, and he is showing the Braves that he is going to be worth it. Also, it was kind of a bad contract for Ozzy Albies, but whatever. In real life against left-handed pitchers, Ozzy Albies is eating them alive. He has 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, and he's batting .406 against those same lefties. So I know that he already has the contact versus lefties, but power, I think that needs to get an increase as well. So all of that kind of combined, I think that Albies goes to an 82, maybe to an 83, and we're going to be talking about his teammate in just a second too, Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr. This makes me so upset because we used to have, and when I say we, I'm an Indians fan, so we used to have this guy on our team. We traded him for Jake Bauers, who's been pretty productive, but he's not been Yandy Diaz good. In 2019, Yandy Diaz has 5 home runs, 14 RBIs versus right-handed pitchers. Against lefties, he's hitting .360, so I think his power and contact is about to go up versus righties. He doesn't have that many at-bats versus lefties, but his contact is still his contact is 60. He's batting .360. So with the contact versus righties and power versus righties going up, the contact versus lefties going up, I think that you'll probably see Yandy Diaz go to a 73, pretty much what he's at right now, but between the lefties and the righty splits. This one was really close in my head because I have Tim Anderson on my fantasy team, and he is carrying me right now, and his in real life stats, they are just absolutely mind-boggling. He might go gold, but I think 75 to 80, that is a massive jump. And if you look at his inside edge, he's at a 78 right now, which kind of correlates to his in real life stats because he has 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a 397 batting average against righties, so that would make sense. But also versus lefties, he has a 333 batting average, so his lefty stats inside the game, they're perfect. But the one thing I will say is he's 10 for 10 in stolen bases. Why does he have 75 speed? I think Tim Anderson is probably an 80 to an 85 speed guy. So with that plus the offensive stats, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Alright guys, so the last of the bunch of players that I think will not be upgraded in terms of levels, but I think they're at least going to get upgrades to their stats. Luis Castillo, he is making a push right now to be the National League starter for this year's All-Star game because he has a 1.23 ERA, he has 43 strikeouts in 36 innings, so I think that his hits per nine is about to go up, his K per nine. I think that his break is a little bit better as well, so if Luis Castillo continues to do what he's been doing and carving people up, you might see him be an 82 to an 83 this week, maybe a diamond by the All-Star break or by the end of the year. But what do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and get into the players that I think will get an upgrade, whether it's gold to diamond or silver to gold, anything like that. So if I missed anyone that you think is not going to get upgraded but is still going to get a boost to their stats, let me know. It still kind of boggles my mind that Luke Voit is a bronze in MLB The Show 19, but you know what? That's why we have roster update predictions and roster updates in general, because in real life, Luke Voit is the actual Thanos. I mean, this guy, he's big, he's huge, he's putting up insane stats. Versus right-handed pitchers, he has 7 home runs, 20 RBIs, and a 279 batting average. So I will say that his power is probably going to go up versus righties. Maybe not the contact because he is hitting that 279. Now, one thing I will say is he does have 3 errors already on the season. So I think he's going to be one of those Joey Gallo, Chris Carter types where his power is insane, but maybe his fielding is not the best. So with all that taken into account, the fact that he's 6'3", 225, he's already up to 7 home runs and 20 RBIs against right-handed pitchers. Luke Voit 1,000,000% is going silver this week. I still don't know how Trevor Story is not a diamond, considering he's put up pretty much monster seasons in back-to-back. He's got the speed, he's got the power. Now, the one bugaboo about Trevor Story in this game is the fact that his stats against righties is not that great. But if we go take a look at his stats in real life against righties, yes, he's hitting 244, so I don't know if his contact is going to go up, but he has a .524 slugging percentage with 6 home runs and 16 RBIs against right-handed pitchers. I think that his power is about to go up, and you will see Trevor Story going diamond this week. If it doesn't happen, again, I hope it does. I have a really good feeling that it will be happening, but there might be a few other goals that go diamond, so maybe they're saving Trevor Story. I'm not sure. Ooh, we have another Trevor to talk about. So Trevor Bauer, not only does he have really good stats in the game already, I think if there was a troll little bar, I think he would have 100 troll. It'd be past 99 because he's trolling Alex Bregman right now. Alex Bregman's trolling back. Anyways, in real life, Trevor Bauer has a 1.99 ERA with 45 strikeouts and 40 innings pitched. Now, I will say he also has a 1.03 whip, so if you take all that into account, the hits per 9, the K per 9, right now he's playing up to an 88, and that's just with a +13. I think he's probably going to get a +10 or a +8 to both his hits per 9 and K per 9, so I think Trevor Bauer is also going diamond this week. If they don't go diamond, I'm not sure why, because they both deserve it, both Trevor Story and Bauer. I don't know why they're not diamonds yet. One thing I like about this game is the fact that they do provide inside edge, so you guys can kind of see what these players look like with their boosted stats, and Yoan Moncada is the perfect example. He's a bronze playing up to a silver right now because he has +17 against righties. In person, Yoan Moncada has 6 home runs, 13 RBIs, a 600-something slugging percentage, and a .338 batting average against right-handed pitchers. Yes, he kind of has decent stats against righties already, but a .338 batting average with 6 home runs and a +600 slugging percentage. I think the contact versus righties needs to go up, as well as the power. I think Yoan Moncada does go silver. So this man is pretty scary in person. I feel like he's probably better in real life than he is inside the game because, again, he's playing up to a 75, so he is a silver with the inside edge. If we take a look at his stats, last year in 2018, he had a 5.2 walks per 9 and an 8.1 strikeouts per 9, okay? So that's last year. In 2019, he's improved that to a 3.6 walks per 9 and 11.4 strikeouts per 9 with 9 saves. So 9 saves and 11.4 strikeouts per 9. I think that's about to go up. Jordan Hicks, pretty much a lock to go silver. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun week now. The one thing I have to say about Cody Bellinger is, yes, I think that he deserves to be a diamond. He's an 84. He's so close. He's playing up to an 86 right now with those stats against lefties. But I think they might be coming out with the Cody Bellinger Diamond Player of the Month card. So if that happens, I think you might see Cody Bellinger have to wait a week, or it's going to be 2 weeks because the roster updates happen every 2 weeks. But I mean, his stats are no joke. If we take a look, he has 10 home runs, 23 RBIs, and a 479 batting average against righties. Against lefties, he has a 343 batting average with 4 home runs, and he has 18 walks to 15 strikeouts. So that 48 vision might get an increase. His contact versus lefties might get an increase. So with all that being said, How is Cody Bellinger not a diamond? I would say the only reason why is if he gets a Diamond Player of the Month card, but maybe that's just me. What do you guys think? Is he going diamond? Maybe I'm being optimistic, but I think that we will get a couple diamond upgrades. I'm talking about Trevor Story, Trevor Bauer, Cody Bellinger, and this guy right here. We all know that his offensive stats are not the reason why he isn't a diamond. If we take a look at his fielding and his arm strength, that's it right there. I mean, Ronald Acuna Jr., he has the offense. He has the speed. He has somewhat of the vision. 52 vision, that's not going to cut it, but in person, he doesn't have any errors, and he has 2 outfield assists. So I think his fielding might get a boost. I think his arm might get a boost because I think it's severely underrated. So with the defensive stats, Ronald Acuna Jr. is going diamond. This one might be a push right here because I think that Christian Walker might get the bronze to silver. It's going to be 7 points, but hear me out. He's been raking since last year, so you all know that the sample size is very important in rating systems and MLB The Show. So in person, he has 6 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a 338 batting average against right-handed pitchers with a 600 slugging. So I think that his contact and power versus righties will probably be at about a 75 to 80 each. His fielding has improved as well. So with all of that on the table, just like all the other guys that we talked about in the beginning of the video, I feel like he is going to get that upgrade, but he might be in the same class as Hunter Dozier and Mike Minor, getting the boosted stats, but maybe not going to the next tier. I don't know, but that's kind of my risk it all pick right there, because you could make a decent amount of stubs if you buy a ton of Christian Walkers and he goes silver, because he might end up going gold by the end of the year. This man is absolutely unreal. If you take Billy Hamilton and you combine, I don't know, Dustin Pedroia, I feel like you get this guy right here, because I mean, his stats are just off the charts. He has a 287 batting average, pretty solid, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs, 5 triples, 8 stolen bases, and 6 walks to 34 strikeouts. So that's where the Billy Hamilton comes into play. His vision is horrible. I cannot believe I'm reading that right. 6 walks to 34 strikeouts, but everything else included, he has really good defense. He has elite speed. He has 24 RBIs. He has an insane amount of doubles already. So I think that Alberto does go gold this week. I think he's going to get the offensive boost across the board. Maybe not insane, but I think he does go gold. And in my opinion, he deserves it. Ooh, we have another silver that we have to talk about in terms of going to gold, because we all know Raisel Iglesias pretty much for the last couple years has been a gold pitcher, but in 2018 he did not have the best season, so he did manage to get himself a demotion back down to silver. But this year he has a 14.4 strikeouts per 9. He has 6 saves already as well, so I think he's been pretty clutch, so his clutch will go up. He has that 14.4 strikeouts per 9, so the plus 11 to both his hits per 9 and K per 9, I'll probably say he'll get that to his K per 9 from 78 to 80. I think it's going to happen. Oh man, this is going to really be sad, because Paul DeJong has been the best Battle Royale player for the last couple years. Well, him and Joey Gallo, because they're both silver players, so you don't have to waste a gold pick or a diamond pick on this guy right here. So getting him in the later rounds of Battle Royale has been a godsend. But I mean, I think it's time that he goes gold. He has a 342. I mean, this is not just righties versus lefties. This is talking about 2019 as a whole. He has a 342 batting average overall, a 605 slugging overall. He has 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, 12 doubles, and only 1 error. So I think that 77 fielding might get a boost as well. His offensive stats across the board need to get an upgrade. Paul DeJong, it's going to be sad, but I think he finally goes gold. Well deserved, but it's going to be sad for us, the show fans. And then guys, last but not least, I wanted to kind of have a bonus round. So this player, I did not look up the stats. I have no idea if he's going to go diamond or anything like that, because what I want to do to end every single roster update prediction video, I want to go ahead and purposely leave out someone, not look at their stats, and I want you guys to let me know, along with the players that I did not include, the final player. Do you think that they're going to go diamond, or do you think that they're going to stay where they're at? Because they could get a boost. Maybe Matt Chapman goes up to an 84. I'm not too sure, but state your case down in the comment section down below, guys. That is going to be it. Again, if I missed anyone, let me know in the comment section down below. These are my favorite videos to make because I just love baseball, and I'm a big baseball nerd. I spend all my time looking at stats. I'm a big fantasy guy, so this is right up my alley. So if you guys enjoyed, slap a like on this video. I hope that you guys make a ton of stubs. Go invest in the market, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.